In this video, I'm going to show teachers how to create meetings that require registration. This will help keep our meetings secure and make sure we know who is in our meetings. So you should start by signing into Zoom. You should use your licensed account. This will not work with a basic account. Your district or school site should provide you that information. Once you're logged in, go ahead and click on My Account. On the top right here, if I click on my little avatar, you can see that I have a licensed account. That's what you want to make sure you have. Next, you want to go to Meetings. Under Meetings, you want to go ahead and select Schedule a New Meeting. And I will go ahead and title this Teacher Example. And I'm going to make sure this is a recurring meeting. I'm going to go ahead and do, for example, for my math class, we'll be meeting Monday, Wednesday, Fridays. So I'm going to change, let's just say 9 a.m. 1 hour. I'm going to change daily to weekly. And now I can select Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And the end date, because I don't know if distance learning will be ending soon, I'll just put June 14th. And I can always delete this meeting if I have to. Next, I'm going to select registration required. And I'm going to go with this first option where my students will only have to register once and they can attend all the meetings after they register the first time. And you can always remove registration, so don't feel like if a student gets switched classes that you can't move them. That's fine. I'll show you how to switch a student out or remove them from your class. Passcode is not required because it is registered. It is a registered meeting. I enable waiting room anyway. However, it's not necessary because you should know who's going to be in the meeting. Unless you want them out until you're ready for them, then you want to keep that on. Video host, I want that on. Participant, I want their video on as well. Audio is both telephone and computer audio, although you should always recommend your students use computer audio. For meeting options, I will not enable join before host. I don't want my students to be in the Zoom meeting without me. I always mute my participants upon entry. You can change this setting inside of Zoom as well once you're logged in. This one's very important to me. Only authenticated users can join. That means in order for the student to join the meeting, they must have the link and they must be signed in with an actual account. And last year this was a problem for my district because students were not able to sign in with their district emails to Zoom. That has been fixed, so this year that should be a lot smoother. Breakout rooms pre-assigned is pretty cool, but it does take some time to set up if you want students working in specific groups. And I'm not going to automatically record my meetings, but that may be something you choose to do. I'm going to go ahead and save this. And this is pretty important here. Add to Google Calendar. You want to add this to your Google Calendar once you make your official one. Don't add your test one if you do a test one like I am now. Because then it'll populate on your Google Calendar, but you want to add it to your calendar so that you can go to your own calendar and select the meeting when it's time to go into the Zoom meeting, or you can go through Zoom as well. Either way should be fine. The students should also use this feature so that they know where to log into their meetings. If you scroll down here, we will get to the registration information. As of now, the registration is set to automatically approve, and I'm going to go ahead and change that. I'm going to go ahead and click on Edit on the right here. And I'm going to change Automatic Approve to Manual Approve. I'm not going to select Notification, so this basically means they'll send you an email anytime someone registers. I recommend when you first send the link out and for the first week, just check periodically if someone's registered. And after that, I would probably enable that. And I wouldn't recommend allowing attendees to join from multiple devices unless you see a reason for that. And finally, I'm going to remove the social share button. I don't want students sharing this meeting. It's only for them. So next up, you can modify what questions are asked when they register for a meeting. You can ask for phone number, city address, and more importantly, you can ask custom. So if we scroll up here, you will find the registration link. You can copy the link here on the right, and this is what you want to communicate to your participants who you want to register. And here's what it looks like when they register for the meeting itself. They'll fill out their information, click register, and that is when you will either get a notification or you will go to click here where it says view, and you'll be able to see who has registered for your meetings. So I've emailed one of my students the link for the Zoom registration. I'm going to go ahead and click on the link as my student. I'm going to go ahead and register. And as far as the student goes, that's all they have to do for now until they receive the notification from the teacher saying that their registration was approved. Now I am back on my teacher account. I have my student who registered for the meeting, so I'm going to go and just refresh. I'm going to go ahead and edit, and here I see my student, his email address, the date he registered. I'm going to go ahead and here's where you can select multiple names, but I'm going to go ahead and approve this student. And now that I've approved it, it's going to send him an email, and on that email he will have a link that he can use to join the meetings. Also, if this student is removed from my class for any reason, I can always cancel his registration here as well. So here I got the email from as a student verifying that I have an approval from the teacher to join the Zoom meeting. So this link here, it says weekly. This is going to be the unique link for the student. So if this is for let's say Jacob, then when you click this link, it's going to log in as Jacob. So let's say Jacob shares his link with someone else in the class. Well, that other person, if they use this link, it's also going to say Jacob. So it's important that each student use their own unique link and not share links with each other. Also, we want students to add to calendar, because once they add to their calendar, then all of their classes, or hopefully if all the classes are doing it this way, all the classes will populate on their calendar every day, so they'll know where to find that link and they don't have to keep returning to this email. Now, if students lose this email or lose the link, then all the teacher has to do is go back down to manage attendees, edit, approved, and you can select a student and resend a confirmation email. So this is how a teacher can help, or you can copy that confirmation link and email for that student. You can copy and paste it and send it to them. I think that about wraps up this meeting. The only other thing I can add to it is once you're ready to teach that meeting, you go ahead and go to meetings, and you can start the meeting here on the right. You'll see start meeting, and the students again will either go to their email or they will go to their Google Calendar if it is set up that way, and they should be able to join the meeting that way. Thank you.